Hello everyone, and today I am playing Sea of Thieves Arena. Wait, no. Magic the Gathering Arena. But my audio did mess up during the draft recording, so I decided to just throw in some Sea of Thieves music in the background to lay over, because otherwise it's super awkward and quiet. Either way, we're drafting Premier Dominaria United. And don't worry, it's not Sea of Thieves music the entire time. I'm able to fix the audio before the games. It's just during the draft. Pack one, pick one here. Leyline Binding is an excellent card in this format, and it's splashable, even if you're not playing white as main color, so it's really the best card here. The Haunted Mire is also quite good, but Leyline Binding is just by far the most powerful card in this pack. I don't really see another good pack one, pick one. I guess Citizen's Arrest could be good, but yeah, Leyline Binding. Alright, pick two. This pack is a complete disappointment, to be honest. Garna's a good card, but double red after I just took white. Also black. Resolute Reinforcements is okay, but at the end of the day, it's just 2/1/1s. It's not really good unless you have stuff that it's helping. Griffin Protector is probably the creature here that has the most potential to go big, and since it's white and we already took Leyline Binding, it makes the most sense to just go ahead and take a Griffin Protector here after Leyline Binding. But I was extremely disappointed with that pack. I was looking for removal, I was looking for help, and there was really no removal there that was good, and there really were no creatures there that go with Leyline Binding that were excellent. I mean, Garna was definitely an okay pick there as well. I just decided to go with the safe pick with the Griffin Protector. Here, I'm considering heavily the Sprouting Goblin, even though it's off color. It's a very strong 2-drop, but then there's also another Griffin Protector here. That's definitely the safest pick. The Sunlit Marsh is also piquing my interest, but at the end, I'm just going to go with the Griffin Protector, go with the safe bet, stay on white. Nothing has doubles yet, so locking into white pretty hard here early, but I'm just trying to stay safe because I'm not seeing bombs. So this pack is where I'm noticing pick 4 that blue is open. I'm also noticing black is open. Extinguish the Light for pick 4 is nothing to snuff at. That's actually a very late Extinguish the Light, so it's grabbing my attention the most here. But I'm also noticing that red is pretty open and green's decently open, but I mean, basically white's being taken. The only thing here is Heroic Charge, but every other color looks really good. The Extinguish the Light, though, is maybe too good of a pick 4 to pass, so I'm going to go ahead and speculate on Extinguish the Light, since it's such a late black pickup that's so strong. I think you can read into that more than you can read into a Terror. Here is a super strong signal that red is open. A pick 5 Flame Sage is amazing. I'm not really sure what it's still doing in this pack, but I'm also noticing there's a lot of blue, there's some black, but red, Kelvin Flame Sage tells me that red is definitely open for sure. So I will consider that going forward. Phyrexian Rager is a decent pick 6. Usually goes earlier in this, so again, a high quality black card. Pretty late coming from this direction. I'm going to go ahead and snag it. Here, I still don't have like a huge creature, so I'm between the Necromass or the Semi-Herbalist. The Herbalist is the safe bet, and the Necromass is the non-safe bet. I ended up going with the Herbalist because I'm a coward, and I needed some 2-drops. I didn't have a 2-drop yet, and that was kind of making me a bit nervous. Also, the Herbalist pairs pretty well with the Flame Sage with Enlist, and they can kind of combo there, so there was more than just the 2-drop. So here is a late War Leech, And yeah, it's too strong to ignore. The Faith Bonder is also pretty tempting, but the War Leech is just too high of power comparatively, and we've already taken a Rager and Extinguished Light, so I'm comfortable with going into another black card. Hope everyone is enjoying the Sea of Thieves music in the background here. It's a trick or a creature, and I think a high-end creature with Monstrosity is a decent pick, so I'm just gonna go with it. Here I will take the removal with Bone Splinters. It's not very good removal. There's a pretty low chance of me actually playing it, but if I get tokens, it's not bad. The only thing that goes with what we picked is probably the Goblin Picker. Aggressive Sabotage would be okay there too, but Goblin Picker is another 2-drop, and it's red. More red, so red's definitely a little bit more open than black. Founding Third Path and another blue card don't really matter. Alright, so this is a very disappointing pack 2 pick one. The sad music has it right, Sea of Thieves, lap it up. This is such a weak pack. I mean, this is about as weak as it gets. It's very, very close to the bottom of the barrel. I considered taking a land here. Cult Conscript has my eye. If I want to go with an early 1-drop black, it makes the most sense, but I can also just take another Kavu since I know red's open and hope to get more red. At the end, the decision for the Kavu was really pushed that red was open, and I knew red was open, so that was the safer bet for me there. I have another chance at a Rager here, but I actually like the Argivian Cavalier a little bit better. This is a very tough choice. So we have the Knight of Dust Shadow, but we also have Bayard. And Bayard would be pretty good in this deck for making tokens and going wide. But it's only good if you're enlisting and getting things going. And I do have an enlister, and I do have Flowstone Kavus, but, you know, at the end, Knight of Dust Shadow I think can do more for my deck. And I'm still looking at my removal, and I have so much removal in black that I think I need to play black, so I'm going to go ahead and take a knight so I have a black 2-drop as well. I don't like anything here. The Vivisector or Jodas Codex, so I take the Codex. That's pretty much where we're at. I think the Benalish Sleeper is a decent card for this deck. We have white, we have black, we have red. It goes well. Another War Leech. I'm slamming it, and I'm going to try and get like some big creatures to go with it to trigger it, so it's a 8/8 or a 7/7. So here, it's either Soul Tender or Miri's Outrider. I have no domain yet, but, you know, I could have domain. I have Leyline Binding. And Outrider is just such a solid top-end card. I decided to take it and hope to get the other stuff later. Right now, I don't have enough tokens to make Griffin Protectors good, so I'm keeping that in mind, that I need to try and go big, maybe, instead of wide. Here, Shadow Prophecy fits the bill. Card draw in black. It's good. I don't really like anything here, so the only thing on color is Aggressive Sabotage. I go ahead and take it. It's fine. There's a real chance I'll play it. Another Kavu, or my first Connoisseur. I go ahead and take the Connoisseur for more top-end creatures, especially having 2 Monstrous War Leashes. So far, it looks like we're definitely going to be playing Mardu. The Griffin Protectors don't look like they fit. I'm considering cutting white altogether, which influences this pick. I'm going to just go with the Necromass and Tattered Apparition in case I need to cut white completely. Blue card that doesn't matter, and let's see what we get last. That's actually a really late, nice pickup. Okay. Pack 3, here's my first bomb of the day, alright? Archangel of Wrath. We're playing all of its colors, so it's probably one of the best rares we could have seen, and I'm excited about it. I'll play it. Definitely means that I'm going to be playing white, though. And then we get past a Herd Migration. And it's too good not to take. Herd Migration is one of these cards where it's worth making it work, and I realize that the Vahar is not going to get splashed because Herd Migration takes priority. I was hoping there'd be a land here, there isn't. So the next safest thing is removal. I don't want green removal because I plan on playing it really late. If I play it, it's going to be a light splash. Lightning Strike is the safest removal I see here. Hopefully a big creature or the red creature will wheel. Tatioba is too far of a splash, but there is a good wooded ridgeline which helps with our domain, and it has a green splash, so it's perfect land for us. I'm taking it over everything else. The Sprouting Goblin looks pretty good here, but the Destroy Evil looks even better. But then I thought, like, hey, Herd Migration and Heroic Charge could be a very interesting combo that almost nobody plays. So I'm going to go for it for fun. What's life without a little bit of fun? The right pick would have been Destroy Evil there, but, you know, who wants to do what's right? Geothermal Bog is the best pick here. The Relic of Legends definitely fixes better, but I want Domain, and I want the card to actually have the color on it. This is a very late Urbog repossession, and I'm really, really glad to see it. It's the only thing I'm considering here. None of the other cards are worth talking about. This is a really interesting pick. I don't like anything here. I could take a green removal with Bite Down, or Gaia's Might, but I don't think I'm going to be splashing green very hard, so I just take a Gaia's Might in the off chance that like green becomes bigger, but it's really too late for green to become big. I'm already on pick 8, so at this point I'm just trying to bring together what I have the best I can. And then Nael Wheels. And if I'm going to splash green in Domain, I can entertain the idea of splashing Nael, maybe. And I also have a Jonas Codex, remember. Shadow's Prophecy makes sense with the deck that I'm starting to go towards. I consider the Root Walla, but nah, the Molten Monstrosity is going to be easier to cast. The Gibbering Barricade is probably the best card here, but it's really tough. Enthralled to the Pit was considered briefly, but I'm going to go ahead and take the Barricade. Go ahead and just take the Vine Shaper Prodigy, and I get past a red removal. So, yeah, I mean, pushing late Domain is never easy, but if you're gonna switch to Domain in pack 3, pick 2, Herd Migration is probably the only and best reason to try and go for it. I've never tried to do a Domain Mardu base deck. Domain, the base is almost always green, and so I'm going to be doing a Domain deck where the base is not green. So everybody hold on tight and watch how this goes down, because apparently you can play a Mardu base for Domain. Go figure. So the hardest part is the lands. I've only have 2 duels to work with, and so it's very difficult. And if you're sitting here thinking she's not going to go full Domain, well, you don't know me very well. Of course, I end up going full Domain. I'm just trying to work there slowly. making small adjustments to my lands, figuring out where I'm at, and then kind of going back and forth. So Tyrant Apparition's not a very strong card, so I'm going to cut it. The Heroic Charge was a nice thought, but I just don't think it's going to work. Maybe 2 Shadow Prophecies is too many. I'm not sure. I just want to cut 1 for now, so it's not weighing so heavily. Aggressive Sabotage can't be in here. Bone Splinters can go. The Griffin Protectors don't really make sense to me. I'm not really going wide anymore. But maybe the Kavu. Nah, the Kavus are good, but I'm gonna cut 1 real quick and just kind of whittle things down. Yeah, the Griffin Protectors aren't very good. I think having 2 Molten Monstrosities might be better than having Griffin Protectors. The Joda's Codex is definitely coming in. Yeah, both Griffin Protectors don't fit. Both Kavus do fit, though. Let's look at our creature and spell distribution real quick. It's actually really good. We have a lot of creatures, and then we have really solid removal. Not a lot of it, but what we do have is very good. I feel like if I can play fewer planes, I might be able to squeeze in some blue. But if I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna need to figure some things out. So let's try and squeeze the blue land in first. How do I press the blue button? Just get rid of the creatures. Okay, let's go get an island. Because, you know me, if we're gonna do it, let's do it all the way. I have zero fear of the sketchy mana base. I think if I can go 1 less black, Extinguish Lights, if that's my only double black, 6 black is plenty. In fact, it might still be too many. I could probably shave that down further. Yeah. Maybe more white for the Archangel, because that's more important to cast. The Sengir Connoisseur can go. Now, I need to cut the white. You know, I kind of want to do double blue. And if we do double blue, I'm bringing in Niall. Yeah. This will make me hit Domain more often. I think I'd rather hit Domain more often than be able to cast my spells on turn. I know that's a weird philosophy, but it is. Niall's coming in. Connoisseur has to go. I mean, really everything's almost single pip in terms of color, which is exactly what I want in this deck. I think Angel of Wrath is worth the risk of having to get a double white. An Extinguished Light is also good enough to risk it. And I've got 5 black, 5 white, 5 red, 2 blue, 2 green. I think that's pretty decent. We can throw in another Shadow Prophecy and try and dig more. And set our graveyard more, which means the Kellan Flame Sage, we don't really have a lot of spells for it, so it can go. But if we're going to be setting our grave with Shadow Prophecies, we can just ditch Molten Monstrosities into it to make our War Leeches bigger. I like that synergy probably better than the Flame Sage. Maybe 2 is too many? I don't know. It can be very hard to cast, but I guess it's worth the risk. Maybe 1 less War Leech. Well, I don't know. The War Leech needs to maybe come back and beat both War Leeches. Sorry, I misclicked there. Yeah. That's probably safer. Is there anything else that I'm missing? I mean, Vohar with Herd Migration is an excellent combo, but I don't think it's worth it. Let's get straight to the games. The start hand's okay. It's about what I expect from my deck. I wish there was a Shadow Prophecy, but it's nice that there's a green card there. One of our 2 green sources. The Goblin Picker is the only thing that makes this hand keepable, because I'm guaranteed a play on turn 2. It's a nice draw. I will not be playing it for a while. We have a green and blue source. But no black source yet. Which is just fine. There's Shadow Prophecy. Once we get a black source, we can use it to fix our hand a bit better. We can also use the Goblin Picker to fix our hand. I need him to not tap this turn because I need him to block the Berserker. But then I think we might actually discard a card here to draw a card to go fishing for a black land. But also it helps up the grave for the Writhing Necromass, which is kind of a second win. I'll probably end up ditching the Molten Monstrosity. It's going to be too hard to cast with the hand I currently have. Squee! That is a good card. I will be blocking the Squee. No, they didn't attack with the Squee. They're going to enlist it. It's a little bit strange. I guess I'll let 3 hit. That way we can go fishing twice. 3 damage, fish twice. I think I like that. I think that's worth taking 3 damage for. So I'm just going to pass, and we can go fishing now, or... yeah, we just do it now. Let's ditch the Monstrosity. Okay. And there it is. See? That was worth it. You draw enough cards, you'll eventually hit the colors you need. Let's play the Rager out, and we can do double blocks. Oh, what a good draw, the Jodas Codex. So we actually naturally have full domain, the blues in our hand. So Codex is going to be excellent here. And I expect my creatures to die this turn, so that means the Necromass should be playable next turn as well. I'll probably run out my Necromass before running out my Codex. I am interested to see how they decide to attack here. They might be afraid that I'll go looting again. I'm not sure. Okay. Vivisector, it's not great. It means they get to scry as well and fix their deck a bit. Enlisting the Squee again. Pretty sure that's not how Squee's meant to be played. Alright, I'm gonna double block here. He can either kill both creatures, or he can do 3 more damage to my face and kill 1 creature. Choice will be his. I'm not gonna loot here. I actually really like my hand. We have enough looting with the Shadow Prophecy. Jodas Codex coming up. I don't feel like I want to ditch anything. Let's see what he chooses to do. Alright. Cheaper Necromass for me. He's getting a scry here, though. Oh, that's very good as well. I almost prefer the 8/8, maybe? Because if he kills the monster's leech, the Necromass gets even cheaper, so... I think the 8/8 is the right choice here. I really wish I could take a turn off and play my Codex out, but I think putting out a creature for blocking purposes is probably best to keep Squee under control, if we can help it. But the Codex was tempting there as well. You want to play the Codex out as early as possible, but when you have good playables in your hand, there's a fine balance of when you should put it out, when you shouldn't. That turn, I could have put it out, taken 5 damage, put out a Codex. But I like having a bigger blocker, and you know, they might have removal here. They're playing double black. They could have Extinguished Light, Terra Summoner. Yeah. So, you know, that's unfortunate because it doesn't make our Necromass any cheaper, but it was worth it, I guess. We can play Necromass and Lightning Strike here. I think that is the right play. I'm gonna Lightning Strike the Squee. Because they can't bring it back. They only have 2 cards in their graveyard, so that's a decent play. And Necromass can get run out after they scry. And then hopefully we eventually draw a white land here to play our Angel. It's going to be very good against the deck we're playing against, but we're now down to 11 life, so we really need them to not put a creature out here, or put a very small creature out. And then next turn would be a great turn to put out the Joda's Codex, if we can manage it. We may be down on life, but I think we're in a good spot. We'll kill the Vivisector and help them stack their graveyard for Squee. I'm not too concerned about it. I do think that they are playing a lot of green. There is a good chance for them to have a Colossal Growth. If they attack with both, they have a Colossal Growth, because they could make their 1/1 into a 5/5. If they attack with only the Vivisector, they have the first strike Furious Bellow trick, and that will be very telling. If they attack with nothing, they have no trick. So let's see what they do. Okay, it's definitely Colossal Growth. I'm still going to block. I don't mind this trade. I just need creatures off the board so I can play my Codex. And this achieves that. If they tap mana for Colossal Growth, they won't be able to play a big creature out. That's a huge threat. So this buys me the time I need. I don't know why they're waiting. There it is. Okay. Interesting they didn't put Squee back out. They put out a Berserker. He can most do 2 damage to us next turn. We could put out the Outrider. It's a good play. I think I'm going to put out the Outrider. I know I wanted to do the Codex, but the Outrider, again, serves as kind of a deterrent, and we're down to 10 life now, so we have to be a little bit aware of our life total. The Shadow Prophecy has become a hard play for me to want to do. I don't want to bring myself under 10. 10 is a dangerous number in Magic. Anything under 10 is... you're close. Alright. Codex it is here. And we're probably going to take 5 damage next turn. They'll probably attack with their Berserker and I'll block. Which means I go down to 5 life, and then they have a 4/4 still on the board. Did not like drawing another Shadow Prophecy. That was like one of the worst draws we could have had there. Yeah, I have to block. I take 5 to my face. And then they have 5 damage represented on the board after. But we'll get 2 draws, and worst comes to worst, we can go down to 3 and get 2 more draws from Shadow Prophecy. I don't understand why they don't put Squee out, and they don't have Squee attacking with their 1/1 token. I think they're playing that wrong. Yeah, I don't understand that move. And yeah, Herd Migration. We've officially drawn enough cards to get to the point where we get our good card. And so they waited too long. Herd Migration is going to win the game here. Unless they have another Berserker. They already had 2, that's been nuts. Yeah. Because I know they have Colossal Growths as well, I'm going to just throw everything under whatever they attack with. I can't take trample damage. I really can't take any damage. I need a white land so my Angel of Wrath can gain me 4 life. That would make me feel much better. So, everybody hope for a white land here. We've drawn so many cards that it's got to come up soon, right? I can't believe in our first game we got both of our blues and both of our greens out on the board. It's kind of nuts. Yeah, I think if they had done that last turn, that would have been better for them and like attacked, because then they'd have me down to they would have had me down to what? Yeah, 1 life. I mean, they still wouldn't. Well, then they could have won here. Yeah, they messed up. No, because then they wouldn't have been able to put out the war chief. They wouldn't have been able to win, but they would have had me down to a much lower life total. I can't believe they're not attacking with everything. Alright, well, I'm just gonna put enough blockers on here that if they have Colossal Growth, it would block all the damage. Yep. That's definitely a way to gain life. I could get Outrider and maybe Monstrosity. I'm doing this mainly for the gaining life, to be honest. Going up to 7 life sounds pretty good. Let's make sure we don't get mana screwed. I don't know, the Necromancer could be okay. I don't know, they'll have small tokens. Maybe the Monstrosity's better. It's tough. Monstrosity or Necromancer. I guess Monstrosity. It's a nice big 5 damage right there. Let's draw a card. I think we could maybe attack here. Let's see. If I attacked for 12 damage, they'd have to block at least one of them, but then they could swing back and kill me. So I can't attack with all. What if I attacked with 3? They wouldn't have to block. And then they could kill me. So that's unfortunate. I don't think I can attack this turn. Just bring everybody back. No attacks. We'll try and win next turn. We're still looking for that white land, which is fine, but I mean, statistically, it should be here by now. That's a problem. I do not like the Spreading Goblin. Them being able to draw more cards is going to be not good. Okay, let's try and get that white land. There it is. Okay. I knew it had to be somewhere. We're going to shoot down the Squee and the Sprouting Goblin here instead of going to face. And we'll also gain 4 life from this and go up to 11. And then we'll be in a position where we can attack. And I'll just attack with everything. Because we have lifelink to block. So. And we'll also be able to put out our Kavu. But yeah, now we're in a good spot to attack with everything. And they have to block in a pretty not great way. And yeah, let's just double check. Squee can't come back out. He will be able to come back out if the Magnagoth Sentry dies. But for now, he won't be able to. And they're not blocking in a way to make Squee a problem. Okay. I would like to say I think we definitely have this game. That was quite the comeback. 16 cards left in my deck. Good game. That was nice. Joda Codex definitely allows you to draw a lot of cards. So it's kind of fun. The Muse Master. Okay. It is so weird playing a Mardu base domain deck. What was I thinking? I mean, clearly the first game was a very long game, but it worked. It was long though. Mardu base is not what I think of when I think of domain, so. However, we did get to cast our herd migration with no problem, so that was cool. I'm just putting out an herbalist here. Lightning Strike was a good draw. Sleeper's nice, but I'm going to hold on to it for the killing aspect, and let's go Scry. Shadow Prophecy is actually a very good card for us. I'm going to keep it. And it means we can go look for land using Shadow Prophecy next turn. Soul Tender. Let's see what comes out. Land, terror. We could be mana efficient and Lightning Strike here. Yeah, why not? I doubt they'll put out a bunch of tokens, so Knowledge Sleeper will still be effective next turn. Let's go ahead and put out Shadow Prophecy after we attack, maybe? Yeah, let's scry first. I do actually want that land, so I'm going to keep it right on top. So unfortunately our Shadow Prophecy only digs us for 1. Well, because of that, maybe I should just hold off on Shadow Prophecy and then dig for actually 2 next turn. This person is playing what appears to be a very good deck so far. They're thinking very hard here on what to put in their hand. All lands, okay. Let's take forest and I think white for double white for the angel. And we'll draw another white. Of course. I guess I'll put out the land, and I'll go ahead and make them get rid of the Vine Shaper so that our Herbalist can attack and scry again for us, since the scrying has been important. Card was okay, but I don't think we need it. Maybe playing the Maria's Outrider next turn anyway, and then the Codex, so I've got enough plays. I don't need a 3-drop play. Rager. Just a lot of value cards over there. They're drawing a lot of cards. So they're down to 13 life now. We'll attack here and scry first. I want to know what's coming. Okay. I don't want to put that at bottom. I don't have the blue land, and it'll take a while to get it, but I do want that creature. So I guess now the question is, do I put out Outrider or take the turn off and put out Codex? I'm gonna put out the Codex, because we only have to pay 1 mana and start drawing cards, which is a very good price to pay to start drawing a lot of cards. Terror. That was a very expensive terror that they just played. Oh my goodness, how much mana? 6 mana is what they spent to cast that terror. Yeah, let's just go ahead and draw a card. And any land will do, and then we'll just put out the Outrider. Blue or black land would be great. Interesting. I think they could use their Soul Tender to bring back the terror here. But if they don't do that, it makes me worried what they have in their hand. Mossbeard Ancient. Okay, that is a problem. And then gain life. Well, there's 2 black. We could kill it, and then have to Eerie Soul Tender it again. But let's just draw a card and see what we get. That's quite good. They have nothing in the air. Nothing with reach. Don't know. Should I play my Angel and extinguish next turn? Or... no, I guess I need to extinguish the 7/7 trample. It's too much damage. Let's go ahead and attack and see if we can kill it with the Archangel, maybe, if they block. And that way we have extinguish left over for any other threats that come out. Interesting block, sure. And now we'll just extinguish the light. They didn't bite. I was thinking I could do the 4 damage with the Wrath to the Ancient, but they didn't trade. So, yeah. I was debating doing Angel of Wrath to the face, but nah. Let's be patient. We're gonna go down to 10 here. They probably will go get their Mossbeard Ancient with their Eerie Soul Tender. Raven Man. Interesting. I have plenty of lands I'm willing to discard, so it shouldn't be... and an Urborg Repossession. They could get the Ancient back 2 more times. Oh, there's my Urborg. Banalish Sleeper's not bad here. Let's draw a card and see what we get real quick. Land. Suppose I could lead into attacks. Alright. If they kill this, I can bring it back with Urborg Repossession, and we can get rid of Ravenman. We'll do 2 to the face, and we'll do 2 to Ravenman. We'll go up to 14. They'll go down to 10. Shore up? Are we serious? What do they have here? Battle Rage Blessing? Shore up. Okay. Well, we only went up to 12. That's unfortunate, but we have plenty of cards that I'm willing to part with, so it's not a big deal. And remember, his birds, they can't block. I am debating having my Angel die to this so I can Urborg Repossession and get it back and do more damage. I actually really like that idea. I gain 3 life. I can send them down again. Okay. They'll gain 5 life. They're gonna go back up to 15. Micromancer. Wonder what they're going to get. Certainly they don't have a second Urborg. They might. And it's Vortex. Okay. Herd Migration. Let's draw a card. I still think Urborging my Angel is the best play, but Herd Migration is a very interesting card. We can Urborg and Cavalier here. I don't know if I want to do this. This would give me 4 3/3s. Let's go ahead and attack. I've been faking that I have spells anyway. Why stop now? I wonder if they'll block. They've been making do with 1 blue mana this whole time. I guess I'm killing both, technically. Yeah, that's good enough to Urborg for me. Yeah, I can Urborg the Angel and the Outrider now. That represents 8 or 9 damage to their face. They're at 10, they're going to go up to 15, so that brings them back down to 7. We could do Banal Sleeper though, and get rid of the Terror this turn. I actually think I like that maybe a little bit better. Let's make sure we tap our mana correct. We're going to get the Sleeper and the Angel instead. Getting the Terror off the board with the Sleeper is actually really good. So, just do that. And I think in the end, Falcos will... We should be able to herd Migration into a win here eventually. But man, is this taking a while to get there. Their Terrors are still pretty expensive of 4 mana. They didn't put out the Ancient. That's a 5/5. Let's draw a card. We have a full hand full of goodies. And still no blue land, but that's okay. I think a 5/5 is pretty good here. Can trade with their Terror. And we can also do the Cavalier, maybe. We do not need to mill. They might make me discard, I don't know. I'll just put the land out. I thought it was a bit risky, but what if they have a counter and pay? There we go. This is looking good. Can attack for 7 next turn with the Cavalier, enlisting the Leech, which would kill the Mossbeard Ancient if it was on the board. I wonder if they'll Vortex my Leech. They know I have the Angel. They don't know about Niall, they don't know about Herd Migration, but they know about the Angel. So they might be saving it for the Angel. I will just chump block here so that I can swing in for 7. Yeah. Okay. Going to give them a bad trade option. Ooh, actually. Hold up. That can't affect Leyline Binding. Leyline Binding the Mossbeard Ancient is probably the play. Let's draw a card. It's blue. Good. Knew we'd get there eventually. Alright. Let's enlist And then, they might trade. If they don't trade, we can always binding it to prevent 7 damage. If they do trade, good for us. That's actually good for us. I'm okay with that. Okay. Since we're not dealing lethal, I'm going to go ahead and binding it now. They had to use a timely to do this. So, we'll save our creature. We don't do the 7 damage, but we do get rid of the ancient. And they can't buy it back for another 5 life. Now we can just do herd migration. I don't think they have enough in their hand to really do well. Herd migration seems pretty safe here. Especially since their mana is tapped, they can't counter target spell or negate or anything. It's looking good. And that also made our War Leech a 7/7. They can't believe it, they're broken. We only have 13 cards left in our deck. This game has been long. At some point I have to consider maybe I should stop codexing, but I don't think the game's going to last that much longer. So I think I'm going to continue with the codex. Terror. And he tapped all his blue mana, so he can't vortex this turn. I think I will draw a card, even though we're down to 12. That'll put us down to 11 cards. Okay. You know, I think we should just go for it. Like an all-out attack. If they want to kill my Cavalier, they're going to have to take extra damage for it. Just regular attack. I think they have to block the leech here. And they can't double block anything, I don't think. Nope, they can't double block anything. And they have to block the leech. Actually, they can't block the Cavalier. They would die if they blocked the Cavalier. Okay. Yeah. Excellent. We'll just kill them to face with the angel. Good game. Good game, good game. Long games, but they're good. It only takes me going through my whole deck to win, but I do win. I do not like this hand. There's no start to it. I like the cards, I do not like the hand. I think I need to get a better start. This is not much better of a start. I think we would have been better off with that other hand, but oh well. Let's ditch Niall. He's double off color and try and get our Mardu start going. Flowstone infusion. Yep. That happens. That's a problem for our Jodas Codex. We cannot put the Codex on the board if he has a Steel Crusher. Oh man. Oh no. They've got a good start. Yeah, so we're back Elder. So we're definitely not going to win this game, guys, but I'm not sure we would have won the game no matter what start hand we kept. We can't put our Joe's Codex because of the Silverback and the Steel Crusher. We're getting killed by apes. I'm gonna block the Dragon Whelp, even though the Steel Crusher is gonna do 7 damage to me. I don't have anything else in my hand that can get rid of a flyer, so let's just get rid of the flyer while we can. But I'm pretty sure I'm dead next turn. I was halfway expecting them to have a Twinferno there on their Steel Crusher and just kill me straight out. 14 damage. With how this hand is going. I mean, look at this. They have 1 card left in their hand and they just have a perfect board. It's gross. Good game. Awesome curve out. I'm just gonna concede. Hello? Like, hello, are you playing? No, not today. Just admiring your awesome ape hand. Planet of the Apes destroyed us. Like I said, I'm not sure there was a start hand I could have kept to win against that. They would just gain life. Kept going. It's kind of gross. Anyway, next game. This start hand's keepable. The Night of Dusk's Shadow makes it a very good start hand. And the Rager just requires 1 extra mana, so is Shadow Prophecy. So you can start drawing cards on fixing pretty early, as long as we get another land. That is not another land. But Lightning Strike can work, I guess. I'm gonna go ahead and play this out. I did it on my turn while their mana was tapped in case they have a shore up. There's a land. Alright, so let's go ahead and attack, and then we can play out our Rager, I think. Rager will put a creature on the board, and it's fine, timely interference. And draw us a card. Okay. I guess I will attack here. I could double pump to do a lot of damage, but I think instead I'll hold off for Shadow Prophecy. It's fine, another timely. They must have a bad start hand that they're trying to cycle for. Which makes the Cavalier tempting. I guess I'll just go for it. I think they're indicating to me they don't have anything, so let's take advantage of the board and get going. I suppose we could attack here and force a block. But if they don't block, do I want to block with my Rager or my token? I guess I want to block with my token, so I'm going to enlist my Enrager so my token's open to block the Micromancer if they don't try it here. Yeah. Okay. You can either do Outrider or Shadow Prophecy, but the double red and double black make me think maybe they have a board wipe. I think I'm just going to end turn. So if they have like a Choking Miasma, I can pump up my Knight and still Shadow Prophecy here. Definitely playing Choking Miasma colors and Temporal Firestorm. But Choking won't work. I'll be able to pump up my Knight and at least save that. Where? Whoa. Namada. Okay. That's a very weird card considered this graveyard. Namada. I guess we'll just Shadow Prophecy. I still think that choking is very possible with a Namada deck. Let's get the Plains so we can play our Angel of Wrath and Urborg Repossession. It's probably next best card here. Ah, full domain. Look at that. I guess I'll try an Angel of Wrath this. I think they could have a Gaia's Might here. They probably do have a Gaia's Might, but I have to go for it. I need to try and get it off the board at least. Yeah, because it's holding priority. Did you see that pause? They have a Gaia's Might. We're still gonna force them to play it. Yep. So, that just had to happen. I guess it's safe to attack with the knight because it's got menace. But now we gotta be careful about what dies and how it dies. Kind of waiting for these terrors to drop that don't keep dropping. I mean, they had so many timely interferences, I gotta think they're playing terrors, but I haven't seen one. Probably have removal. Choking Miasma would be very devastating at the moment. Okay. We're gonna draw a card. I think we can just get full domain. And because Nabata has a reach, Niall can't really attack in. I think we go for the attack first before we play a card, but let's do the Knight and the Angel of Wrath. If they want to block the Angel, they can't double block the Knight. We'll pump the Knight up to do 5 damage if it comes to it. And then we can next turn cast Outrider and maybe surprise kill them. This is close though. Yep. Let's go ahead and pump it up. All the way. Another timely. Okay. Well, prevents us from having lethal next turn. Bummer. Yeah, okay. So, let's see. Oh, that's a problem. Well, at least they didn't get another token for it. I guess the best thing for us to do is play out a land. Play out Outrider. Not as a surprise. I guess we need the blocker. Let's tap like a crazy person. Maybe now they won't think we have an Urborg repossession. Man. So, let's see. My creature dies. It gets exiled. So I have to get rid of Namada before my Outrider dies. But if my Outrider dies, after I get rid of Namada, I can then kill them with the Outrider a second time after repossessioning it. There's nothing really else in here that can win the game for me, so I guess I can just put out Niall and not attack with it. So sad. I wonder if I should hold on to my lands. Guess I should. I could take a creature with me if I attack with my Outrider and give up on the dream of having it kill him. No, let's just be patient. Let's wait. Not that desperate yet. We got 24 life. We can just sit back for a very long time until we get herd migration. That's my new plan, by the way. We're gonna just wait till we get herd migration. That's a terrible draw for us. I don't want to sack anything over there or anything on my side because it just gives them another sprawling, so I guess we can just play it out as a creature for an extra blocker so they can't kill us with something stupid. I do worry it's another body for them to be able to choking miasma if that's what they do have. Tough choice. I guess I'll just put it out. I mean, we're in it. No kicker though. If I had something that when it died dealt 1 damage to anything. I don't have an Ellis. They have their own Outrider. Back to 20. Another body. I'm just gonna keep running out creatures. Rada. This is gonna get to be an ugly board. Necromass. You know, all I need is 1 herd migration, and I'll be able to push 1 damage in. They're gonna draw a card here. Karna. Well, their hand's on the table. That is helpful. Okay. So, plan. I'm going to attack here. They're going to block thinking they can exile. They'll definitely block the Outrider, and they'll block the Monstrosity. They have to block, by the way. And when they kill the Outrider out of greed, I will Leyline Binding the Namada. It'll die. I'll Urborg Possession back my Outrider and kill them this turn with it. Yeah. They're blocking exactly how you would expect anybody to. I guess I'll kill the Industry, but it doesn't matter. Binding Namata. And now let's go repossession our Outrider. I quit. Good game. That was a very long game. They had a very good hand. They had to have a group kill spell. It's a shame they didn't draw it though. Amon. This is a good hand. Do want a black land eventually, but it's got 2 3-drop plays, which is good enough for me. I will wait until I get a black land for the sleeper. There's no reason to just run it out. Go hard. Alright, I'll run out my Cavalier. Probably playing terrors and lots of spells, maybe a lot of essence scatters. I would expect at least a few. Alright. Well, that helps with domain. Let's enlist and see how they block. And then we'll run out our Kavu after this. Yep. Braids. They discarded braids. That is not a good sign for us. Namada. Oh no. Well, at least we have the leyline binding for it. We could binding it as a surprise. You know what? If we attack here, we could see how they block. Leyline binding Minamata. Kill something else, and then kill the other thing with Sleeper, potentially all in the same turn. I love this. Let's enlist. We just have to kill one of their creatures, and this works. I guess I could attack with the Kavu as well. Because you'd have to put 2 blockers on it. Yeah, it's safe. See what he does. Let's kill the Vihar. And we'll binding the Namada. And then we'll be able to Sleeper the Steelworker. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, or we could Shadow Prophecy here. I don't need to kill the Steelworker. I guess I should. But nah. I think I want a Shadow Prophecy instead. I've changed my mind. It's probably a good change because that Necromass is very big on the other side of the board. And if I Shadow Prophecy, I can maybe play my Necromass next turn. Blue land is important for domain purposes. And we can grab our Outrider. Nice. And Codex. Can I lay off to play out the Codex, though? You know what I can do? I can attack with the Kavu. Kill the Mana Worker. And then kill Necromass with Banalish Sleeper. Yeah. Boom. Got him. Wonder if he has a shore up. Tell us, look out. Fine. I'll be attacking into that. Ooh, Niall. Very good draw. But the Codex is better. Let's start drawing some cards. Land's okay. Let's attack. We should be able to just out-card our opponent from here. They will get to draw a card here, but they shouldn't be able to keep pace with us as long as our Codex is on the board and their Niall is definitely not as good as our Niall. I'm gonna run my Niall out and the Necromass. Yeah, I can do both. Or we could do the Outrider. And yeah, Niall plus Necromass looks good. Nice and scary. Put out the land. We could Lightning Strike Niall. Let's draw a card. Now that's better. We can kill Niall. Attack with our Niall. Draw another card. This is gonna get ugly. Yep. Let's just kill Niall. Now we can attack with ours, and we'll attack with our Necromass as well. Good game. I know. I know, playing against my deck is no fun. I do know this. I'm so sorry. I almost feel bad for them. I wouldn't want to be playing against this deck. It's gross. If you don't kill me fast, you will not kill me. Man, there's no play. There's literally no play. We have to mulligan. The monster war leeches are meaningless. His hand's not much better. But I guess I need to keep it. We will draw a red land. I'm not worried about that. I'm just worried that it seems slow. I mean, worst comes to worst, we can leyline binding early. They're gonna hit us for 3 here. Looks like we're playing against a wall deck. That is a good draw. I will take the knight. Does not help us here. I think we will go down to 14. Unless they find something better to do. Nope. Just gonna swing on in. No blocks. Alright. Okay, this is a problem. This could end quickly if I'm not careful. I think I'm going to put out the Kavu and double block here. And then I'll lose one of my creatures and keep the other. Be fine. We do need to play defensively here because I'd go down to 8 if I tried to attack here. It would not be okay. Yep. I'm double blocking. Looks like they're missing mana drops, maybe, as well. So, that's good news for us. They're killing Kavu. Interesting. Prophecy's pretty good. We can hold up Knight and Prophecy in case they decide to attack. The War Leech is only a 3/3. It's not that great. We can pump up our Knight to block if we need to. And if they don't attack, we can just play Shadow Prophecy. But of course they're going to attack. Well, if they have a shore up, this would be very bad, but we have to take that risk. We have a leyline binding if all goes wrong that we can still play. So let's pump up and hope for the best. I guess they won't play it. I guess I pass and see if they play it. They don't have it. My turn. Okay, they're missing lands. We are not. This is good. Yeah, I'll just put it out. When we Shadow Prophecy next turn, we can make our War Leech potentially very large. Or we can just play out the Outrider. I think I like playing out the Outrider. If they Essence Scatter it, my Leech becomes a 5/5. We have full domain, by the way. They did not scatter, which means we are hitting them for 8 this turn. Back in it. They have a lot of cards in their hand, though. But the cards we have are very good. Fine. My War Leech is now a 5/5. Move to attacks. They have something. Tempo. Shame. Yeah. Let's, I'm thinking about the Rager. Let's just do the War Leech again. Obviously a 5/5 is a big enough problem for them. We can also hold up in leyline binding as well. Sleeper. Okay. That's unfortunate. Codex is wonderful. Full domain. Let's draw some cards. Let's go crazy. Nice. Next turn we'll be able to play some more cards, hopefully. Cavalier, okay. Let's draw a card. Excellent. We can do this and the Rager in the same turn. Let's play out our Rager and then bring out the Sleeper and then sack the Rager. Angel's great. I have to think they started with a strong wall deck, yes. They have to have a Wingmantle Chaplain or something. A Shadow Prophesying. Main phase. Which means they do not have a good hand at the moment. There's a Shield Wall. Chaplain. Just guessing. Blight Pile. That is strange. Well, we have a Lightning Strike. Let's go ahead and draw a card. And we can force a trade with our Benalich Sleeper by attacking here. Then we can play out some more creatures. Good. Can do Cavalier and Niall. Seems good. Drawing 3 cards a turn is going to be really gross. They have to have like a Wingmantle in their hand if they went and got a Blight Pile. Another Shield Wall Sentinel. There's the Wingmantle. Okay. We're in a good position here. I am going to kill the Blight Pile eventually here. I am worried they have an indestructible spell. Let's go ahead and attack and see if they'll trade. Almost forgot Niall. Let's see what they do here. Okay. So we'll have to do some removal here. Well, first we get to pick a card. Airborne Repossession is really good. I will Lightning Strike the Blight Pile, and if they use a spell, they use a spell. But I don't think I want to wait. Oh no, did Auto Tapper just get me? Oh no, it did. Oh, I need to pay attention to that more. I was gonna play the Necromass and Shadow Prophecy. Lightning Strike just had to tap any color besides black. What was it thinking? I guess we could play out this. No. I'm gonna save it. That's stupid. Alright, well. I'll play out the Necromass. I'm not happy about it. We should be Shadow Prophesying here as well. I'm a little bitter. We're going to use our Angel of Wrath to get rid of the birds. And I am going to Leyline Binding as the Chaplain comes down so that it only makes 1 bird instead of 2 birds. So if I'm binding it right now, when it resolves, it'll still resolve, but it'll only resolve for one bird because of the sentinel. There you go. Guess we'll draw a card. And yeah, I just blow up the air, I think, after... Oh, I do it now, so Niall can get in. More importantly, I'll be gaining 4 life here, which is a huge deal. And now they should have nothing to be able to stop me. We'll attack with everything, pretty much. Yep. Good game. Yeah, they quit. That codex, once it gets going, that was rough. For them, not for me. Well, it does appear that Mardu domain can be a thing. If you told me it was a thing, I would not believe you. But leave it to me to go for it after a crazy draft and make it work. Mad scientist of magic here. Green Drac. I absolutely hate this hand. With a passion. But I think I need to keep it. Because it's got all the colors I need. It just doesn't have any start. I'm even debating at the moment. Niall is not what I needed to see here. Debating, should I just sandbag and discard on purpose? You know, like if I don't play out a land here and a sandbag, I can discard the Molten Monstrosity and then play out the War Leech 2 turns later. I just have to lay off for 2 turns? Nah, that's a bad choice. I just need to play out my lands and hope for the best. What a weird thought, but yeah, no. I need to just play out my lands and hope things are going to turn out. But I can't even play out my Monstrous War Leech. I have nothing in my grave. It's a 0/0, it would die immediately. Now they have a 3/2 on the board, so... The clock is now officially ticking. I'm glad they didn't play anything turn 1 or turn 2. Shadow Prophecy is excellent. That is going to save us. We can put stuff in our grave. We can go get lands we need, potentially. We can get early creatures if we need to. Yeah, this is... We're going to take 3 damage here, but Shadow Prophecy was a perfect draw. Good thing we didn't lay off. Alright, let's Shadow Prophecy and see where we go. I think I like taking the land and Shadow Prophecy here and putting both creatures in the grave for Necromass. I can cast Necromass next turn if I put both creatures in the grave. And then if I cast Necromass, I can cast Monstrosity. And if any of them die, I can cast War Leech. That seems better than getting a Kavu and a Cavalier, right? Draw more cards, get a land. Yeah. Whoa, Ant-Herd Migration. Hey. What a draw. Alright. Necromass can go out now. They kill it. My War Leech comes out big, and then I can play the Monstrosity. If they don't kill it, I can play the Monstrosity. All the same. If I could draw a land, I can Monstrosity and Shadow Prophecy. Be nice. Defiler of Instinct. I will block here. I do think they have a trick, but I'm gonna block. No trick. Trick. Flowstone Fusion. Fine. So now we play out the War Leech and then the Monstrosity for 1 mana. This is gonna be a gross combo. Check that out. 1 mana. Nice. Nice. Yes, thank you. Thanks. Don't mind me spending 5 mana to put a 5/5 and a 7/7 out all in the same turn. Gross. That's a gross combo. Well, I'm glad we kept this hand. Even though it was a super sketch start. Look at that. Putting 2 cards in my grave was all I needed to get going. They can't believe it. They don't know what to do. I don't know what I would think if I was against this as well. I'd be like, in 5 mana, they put out 2 of the biggest creatures on the planet, and I just spent all of my resources getting rid of 1 5/5 already. That's not gonna do it. Yeah, they can bounce, that's fine. I will block here. It's possible they have a trick, but I don't care. Yep. Okay, they have 2 cards left in hand. We have a lot of cards left in our hand. Let's just put out the War Leech. It's an 8/8 now. And then we can Shadow Prophecy. No kick. I guess we can't Shadow Prophecy this turn. Blue mana would be great. It's low odds, but it would be great. We can also play our Herd Migration for 4 3/3s, which isn't terrible. Let's see what they're doing with their hand. Yeah, they've put everything out. They have no more spells for a spells deck. I like that. I think Herd Migration might be the best thing here. Just go wide and win. You know? Like, I don't think we need to get fancy. I think we can just attack with the 8/8, see what they do, and then just destroy their life with 4 3/3s on the board. I don't think there's anything I want to get from the grave at the moment, either. Yeah. If we attack here, we'll have enough blockers after. Let's try and get in for 8, or take a creature with us. Got in for 8. Herd Migration, here we come. Boom. Get wrecked. Nice. Yes, thank you. This poor guy has had lots of nice plays against him. Maria's Outright is pretty good here. I think I'm just going to move to combat, though. I'm going to swing with all of it, too. They have to block. They have to block almost everything. Yeah, and they'll only be able to kill 1 thing, roughly. Yeah. That's fine. They killed 2 things. That's fine, too. Getting in for 6 damage, and then we'll hit them for another 4, which brings them down to 2, and now they have to have, like, a bit of things going on here. Hold open Shadow Prophecy. Yeah. Good game. That was a gross game. 5 mana for 7/7 and a 5/5 was what won the game there. Broke their soul, followed by Herd Migration. What did that person do to deserve to play against that nonsense? I feel really bad, actually. This is as good a start as I can see. This is probably the best start we've had all day. We're gonna be playing everything on turn. Look at that. We're gonna play Mardu and then surprise them by being domain. They'll never see it coming. They probably have an Essence Scatter. You can go ahead and play it. Joint Exploration. That was not what I was thinking. Okay. The Haughty Djinn. I do not have anything to deal with the Haughty Djinn at the moment. I'm just going to enlist an attack for 4 and see what happens. I think I'll play out a land and maybe pass on Shadow Prophecy. Could have played out my Kavu, but rather dig a little bit, see what we get. It's very unlikely that they have a negate. And then Binding is good. And so is Urborg Repossession. No land though. Still no land. That is disappointing. I guess I will attack Enlisted for 4 again and see what happens. I guess I can just play out my Monstrosity now. Okay, they definitely have a counter target spell. This is very counterable. They should be doing it. They should counter this. I would counter this. Yep. I think I will still attack with my Enlister. This turn coming up. Ah, the Mindsinger. Well, I guess we could buy back a Cavalier by Leyline Binding the Mindsinger. I feel like we're not doing much Fires of Victory. That's a problem. Haughty Djinn is now becoming more of a problem. I think we're a little bit mana poor, to be honest. I suppose we could Codex. But, yeah, I just feel like we're slow. Kind of a weird feeling. That's not good. We needed that card draw. We can get the Codex back with Urborg Repossession though. Once we get a green source, we can kick it. Creature and then Codex. 4 damage in the air. That is a problem. There's the green mana. But we could do double Kavu this turn instead. Might be best. Put up some blockers. I can't believe that I feel like I'm losing this match. Go down to 10. Wow, okay. Yeah. Guess we'll just attack and see what happens. They don't block. We can win. No, we can get close to winning. We can win next turn. They did block. I think I'm going to not kill their creatures. I think I'm going to hit them for 3 extra and then... I guess I could kill their terror. I don't know. This game looks really bad. They just need 1 spell and their Haughty Djinn kills me. But if I leave these both alive, it's not looking good either. I guess if I do 3 damage here, I could win next turn. Is the hope. Let's kill the terror. Yeah, that's game. I don't even want to gain life to go get it. They can win. Maybe I played that poorly. Maybe I'm supposed to not kill the terror and just play out the Outrider. Have a reach blocker. Deal 4 damage. Get 3 in with the lightning strike. I guess is how we would have won. Darn. I misplayed that. Oh well. Let's let them have their fun. That was a good deck. Misplayed it, but their deck was just fine. Know a lot. Do you know a lot, know a lot? This is a fine start hand. Shadow Prophecy and Semi-Herbalist make it playable. We just need to draw a land of any color, really, and then we should be just fine. There is a land. So that definitely works. They have removal? Yeah. That is fine. Well, we can either Rager or Shadow Prophecy. I think I like Rager. Put some pressure on the board. Perfect draw. We're almost to full domain. I like playing this out and then Shadow Prophecy during their upkeep. Lots of people are playing Joint Exploration today. It's not a card you see too often in the main deck. see if this goes. Leyline Binding and Extinguished Light are both premium removal. I think I'm just going to take the removal here. Call it a day. Another Shadow Prophecy is excellent. Well, our opponents aren't doing anything. I think I might just play out the Codex after attacking with the Rager. And then we just start drawing a card for 1 mana. It seems like a good deal. I don't think there's anything else I want to play. Rather Codex than Shadow Prophecy again, probably. Yep. Glad it resolved. So now we just keep drawing cards till we win. Noalot is stunned. They were like, wasn't this person playing Mardu? What are they doing with this ridiculous domain card? Guess playing out white makes sense. We can play out the Picker and hold up Shadow Prophecy, so I guess we'll do both. Slow game though. Our opponent's not really doing much. At all. You know, maybe they have a board wipe. No. Shadow Prophecy here. I don't have the blue land, but Niall is kind of too good. And I don't have anything in my grave that's really that worth it, so I think like Niall, and then we can hope the War Leech gets bigger at some point. It's fine. That is excellent. Let's draw another card. We have to play some cards this turn or else we've got too many cards in our hand. I think I'm going to Lightning Strike. Well, you know what? For mana efficiency, we could play out our Angel of Wrath here. Use all 6 mana and kill and do 2 damage to the face. That's fine. I mean, our opponent's doing so little right now that this seems like the better play. Just kind of go aggressive here. You and you. Yeah, they're down to 8. I don't know what cards they could have in their hand that could make them come back here. It's looking very bad for them. I've got 3 solid removal. And good creatures, and I'm drawing cards every turn. That's not going to do it for them. Yeah, so we can start by drawing a card. But I do plan on Leyline Binding Domaria's Outrider into a Lightning Strike. That wins it. Let's just do that, not annoying the person. We'll attack and then we'll Lightning Strike them to death. Yep. Alright, they've had enough. Well, fun deck. Thanks for joining me today. I'm going to go ahead and open up my packs for the end credits. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet and you've made it this far to the video, please consider subscribing. Very small channel and it means a lot to me. Let's see what we get here. Junk. I am not getting good pulls in these prize packs. Normally prize packs when you win 6 are pretty good, but these so far have been kind of lackluster, haven't they? Wow. This might be the worst 6 prize packs I've ever opened on Arena. Yep. Not good. I guess that makes it a little better, but that's my only mythic. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.